Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in. Yes, there is a change in the background again. I was not satisfied with the last one, so I figured I'd switch it over, made that my altar stuff, and now we've got some new look here for the tarot table. So we're going to hop in. It's ushering in some new energy here. When you switch things around. All right, let's see. What do we have? Wow. Love to start with this. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, collective. What about this 10 of Pentacles? With a King of Wands. All right. And an offer with a page. Okay. Do I want to say? Yeah, I do feel like this is a King of Wands. Now, this person could be masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. I do feel like you have someone coming in. They want a 10 of Pentacles lifestyle with you. They want to make it solid, secure, something that lasts and goes into the future. They're very passionate about growth with you. They're going to come in with a smaller offer, one that's more page-like. Just to start. I feel like this person's been off in search of what is going to fill their cups. Yeah, they want to speak their truth. They want to let you know you're the one that they've been seeking, I feel like. I hear seek and you shall find, and I feel like this person's been looking for someone just like you, collective. Yeah, this person is single, happy, fulfilled, all on their own, so no baggage really coming in here, or none that could really slow down the relationship. I feel like this person's very passionate about a brand new beginning with the right person. Yeah, they don't know what they're going to get. But I feel like they're ready to jump in anyway. They're ready to take the risk. They can't quite see what's filling those cups, but I feel like they're just ready for the adventure. They're ready for the excitement of this new beginning. Yeah, they're going to tell you that too. We've got that Page of Wands, and that Page of Wands comes in, and his message is just a little odd. It's just a little different. It's more passionate. It's more genuine, and I feel like you're going to get that from this person. They don't hide those pieces of themselves. I feel like there's excitement here as well. For some of you, this person could be coming out of the cold. It could be a past person. Now, when I say past person, it doesn't have to be somebody that you dated, although it could be. This person is just someone you know of from the past, or someone you might recognize seeing around about in your past, right? Could have been a friend of a friend of a friend. You could have had a tower moment with this person. In some way, shape, or form, there was a breakdown, a break apart. The foundation wasn't solid enough at that point. Let's see. Yeah, but guess what? I feel like now might be the time. It's like maybe this person had work to do. A lot of times when the tower comes in, it's divine redirecting the energy because things still need to be done. This person may have had to still grow. You may still have had to grow some, right, before this could come in a really healthy way. I feel like maybe this was always meant to come in. It just, you know, divine timing and your timing were two totally different timings, right? I feel like this could be the right thing now. Emotional fulfillment. Yeah, look at that Ace of Cups, that new opportunity. Look at this. We've got the Queen of Wands, and who did we have at the beginning? The King of Wands. Really gorgeous match. Doesn't get much better than that, right? I do feel like maybe your intuition is kind of screaming at you. You may dream about this person. As a side note, our Queen of Wands is kind of like the witchy poo of the tarot. So, her intuition's really powerful. I feel like your intuition could be on point when this person comes in, you might just recognize them as the match, right? I just feel like there's something about this person that feels balanced. It feels right. And I feel like you're not the only one who feels it and sees it. I feel like it's easily recognizable, not only to the two of you, but I feel like anyone who's around the two of you for any period of time will see that the two of you match really, really well. Your personalities just complement each other. Yeah, we have this 10 of Swords. Now, I almost kind of feel like maybe there was defeat in this with the Tower. This could have been a really, and I don't want to say the two of you had to have dated, but maybe there was hope here that got crushed when one walked in a different direction. I kind of feel like that might be the gist of it for the majority. Somebody may have felt really defeated at the time that they walked away with that Tower. Maybe they had to. Maybe they had to do something that took them away, right? Maybe it wasn't the choice that they wanted to make, but the one that they had to make for whatever reason. I'm hearing work, I'm hearing school, I'm hearing life in general. It's like I hear I had to take care of this one. So I do feel like whatever that Tower was, maybe there was some misunderstanding about why there was distance, or why maybe one ghosted the other. I kind of get that energy a little bit here. You know, we've been dealing with these heavier energies now. This is day 3 of the heavier energies, but I do feel like it's on the outs. I feel like there are reasons for understanding the heaviness. It is for growth and healing purposes. So when these heavier energies come up through the collective, it's best if we just work through them, because there's something to be gained from it, right? There's a lightness to be gained from it after releasing the heavy that goes along with it. So there might be a lot of different ways that this will come in for you, or you will understand it, because everybody's got a different lesson that they're taking on, right? We're all here on a learning and growing journey. So I am kind of seeing that energy here. Just as a side note, life, right? Yeah, we have devil energy. I'm not surprised. Some toxicities need to flow up to the surface to be dealt with. I did mention that yesterday, but for those of you who are new, I just kind of feel like the energies are really conducive to your growth right now, but you have to kind of weed through the muck. You have to kind of pull things up by the roots. And then after you do, you can really stand tall in your power that much lighter, because you've let go of the toxic heaviness. You know, toxicity weighs heavy on any one of us, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? So as we let pieces of those go, we really do operate at a lighter frequency. So yeah, there's a chance to build. I feel like maybe this person was they could have had some toxicities in the past. You could have had some toxicities in the past. And I feel like Spirit was saying, you know what? Let's hold off on this connection. Let's have them grow a little bit and bring them back in, because this connection is meant to be a good connection, meant to be a solid connection, meant to be one that could last right into the future, with that 10 of Pentacles and that 10 of Cups, emotionally fulfilled, grown right into that love. And longevity with that 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel like this person is coming in now. I do feel like these toxicities of the past are probably just that, part of the past. You know, they could have been attracted to some lower frequency behaviors. You could have been attracted to those things as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all, like I said, we're all here learning and growing, right? Seeing what's best for us, you know, as we move along the journey. So no perfect people here, just souls on a journey. We have justice and balance coming in. So I do feel like that's what Spirit's saying. Now is the time for this person. They can race in. They can speak their truth and follow their passion. I feel like maybe all of those things kept them at a distance, right? Things they had to deal with, maybe people they had to deal with, right? You know, I heard earlier, taking care of a family member. So maybe a family member was sick and they couldn't, maybe they were taking care of this person, couldn't focus on you or the connection, right? Didn't have the time for that or the mental or emotional space to take on the new, right? I do kind of see there could be all sorts of reasons as to why, but here's that lover's opportunity. It's a choice. Collective, just because it's coming in and I say it's coming in and I'm channeling that it's coming in, means that it's coming in, but it doesn't mean necessarily that you have to take it, right? These are just opportunities Spirit is saying are coming in your direction. They're letting you know what it looks like so you can make a well-informed decision about what you want for yourself. I'm just the reader, right? You are the one at the driver's seat. You're the one in control. Yeah, but I do see someone wanting to become their King of Cups, wanting to really become that that lover, that nurturer, right? The one who understands the feelings of another and the one who opens up to share, right? Yeah. I do feel like it's coming in both directions. I feel like there are some going this way and some going this way. I do feel like it's a meet me halfway type of energy, which I really love to see. Two people putting in the effort, balancing it out. Yeah, it's coming from both angles. I really love that. All right, what else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, the lovers are rising up from the grave. They're hearing the clarion call here. Gabriel's blowing that horn, saying it's time to rise up. If you're ready, here's your opportunity. You may have been waiting on that for quite a while. Maybe it took you a while because you were going through some past heartaches. You know, healing process. Yeah, a healing process with temperance. I feel like everybody's had to be patient with themselves and with the journey itself. It doesn't always come in when we want it to come in. It's not always in our timing. In fact, it's never really in our timing. It's always on divine timing. So it comes in when it's meant to, not a second before and not a second too late. And I feel like Spirit knows that. And eventually, as you look back in retrospect, you'll see that as well. Yeah. Here's that leap of faith in the right direction, ready to share some secrets, maybe to open up and balance things out between the two. I feel like there's room for understanding. Yeah, there's room for understanding and communication and passion. It looks great to me. I feel like this person is not willing to miss the opportunity. They see it there. They don't want to miss it. And so they're coming in to communicate. They're hoping that you don't turn down the opportunity. But like I said, it is a possibility. But you're the wish, the hope, the dream. So it's like they really want this to come in. And I feel like it could be your wish, your hope, your dream as well. I just feel like it's hard to resist because there's so much compatibility here between the King and the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I feel like it's time to take it to a greener shore. I feel like that's where it's going, and into grounding it down and keeping it steady and into happiness. It does look to be a really fantastic opportunity to bring this this new situation into creation. I'm seeing the Magician in my mind's eye, so I do feel like it is time to manifest this and create this opportunity. I'm seeing something in my mind's eye now. I talked to it. I talked about it the other day. It was making room or making physical space or cleaning up your space or donating things or changing up the energies. Like I did here today to make it conducive to growth and expansion, right? Maybe you were doing that on the home front as well, or you may be called to do that, clearing the space. A lot of times when we clear things out physically, energetically, there is room to fill that space with something new or someone new, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I love that. Oops. Okay. Let's see. All right. We're going to hop into initials, your initials, their initials, and any other. Oh, we've got one standing here this morning. What are you? Oh, wow. Really important. It's anybody's game. It's a blank. I love that. So insert initial here if you felt the reading. Spirit always has me say this. I feel like it's super important. If you feel the reading, collective, trust in your intuition. It is so powerful. It is so strong. You are powerful and strong. Don't discount the way you feel when you hear something, because that is your spirit tugging on you saying, hey, pay attention. This is for you, right? So I do want to say trust in yourself. If you felt it, we've got another blank. Look at that. So we've got first and last name, and it was the last one I flipped over and the first one I flipped over. So first and last name, insert initials here if you felt the reading, or if you want to claim this reading as your own. Do that. You can align yourself with any energy you want. The same as you can say this energy is not for me when it doesn't feel right, right? You're much more powerful than you know, collective. I heard we're here to help you see that. All right, let's see. Any other messages channeling through? I hear a crossing. The two of you may cross paths while you're out there and about. I heard random, so it could be in a very random place. It's like not a place you expected to see this person. You could be catching up on a bite to eat, or maybe they invite you to go grab a bite to eat or grab a coffee or something. I don't know. It just looks like somewhere where people are out walking around or out on the street, like you cross each other if you're in a city. Even if you're, yeah, I see somebody standing out in their yard, maybe gardening, and I see somebody walking by. So it could be something like that as well. Somebody walking their dog. There are lots of different ways I feel like this could come into play. I hear stationed. I heard guards stationed. Oh, they look like warrior type angels. I do feel like this connection is under divine protection. I don't know if there was, you know, there's always duality. There's always the good, the bad, the in-between, and things are always trying to balance, right? So I do feel like maybe this connection needs to be protected, or you need to know that it's under protection, or that you are yourself under protection. I feel like there's a need to feel safe in this forward movement. Maybe it's a big step. Maybe you haven't been dating in a while, or maybe you haven't put yourself out there in a while, right? Or maybe it's a little nerve-wracking to give someone a second chance. It could be something like that for you as well. It depends. It's going to be a little different. But I heard press play. Press play. It's time to go. Yeah, I see love here as well. So I do feel like love is part of the equation, or it's going to grow into a really beautiful love. There's an opportunity for it here to come in. This P looks really important. So first, middle, last name. I hear, I know. Yeah, it just looked like two people conversing, really kind of starting up the conversation, or starting, yeah, I heard starting a conversation to kind of move it forward. Yeah. I feel like it takes someone to really speak up, and then someone to kind of communicate back. It's like there's a really important beginning to this. It's like it takes two. So I do hear meet me halfway. All right, let's see. What do we have here? What do we have for the collective? Any other messages for the collective? All right. Wow. Okay, we have two stuck together, and I read them together when they're stuck together. So this reminds me of Christmas cookies, someone making Christmas cookies. And this is a musical sign from divine, could be from your person. You may have a certain song that reminds you of this person, or you may be getting song signs for some. I want to say with this cookie cutter type thing, I always think about, you know, people that love you, how they make cookies around the holidays because they want everybody to smile and be happy and have something sweet, right, from them, right, something specific. So I do kind of feel like this takes nurturing, or there's a level of sweetness and nurturing that comes in here. And this musical sign that comes in, I feel like I don't know if this is a crossed over loved one. I do kind of get that for some. So you may have crossed over loved ones on deck sending you musical signs to help you move forward or to feel comfortable enough to move forward, to take a leap of faith, because I feel like you're at the wheel. You get to decide whether or not you steer towards this soulmate or not. Like I said, it's always entirely up to you, collective, what you want to do. I'm just the reader. I just let you know if it's coming, so that way you can prepare yourself to make your own well-informed decision about what you want specifically in this lifetime. You don't have to say yes. You can go along your path and enjoy different things, and wait for a different soulmate. That's up to you. But I feel like this one looks pretty good. And Spirit's asking you, do you want this? It's up to you. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.